Hello, Curtin here, talking bootstraps today. We've got Joe Rogan, we've got Morgan Freeman. Let's get right to it.
The biggest problem in our country is these impossible to escape communities.
Yes.
That so many people just get sucked into this trap. And for every person that gets out and becomes a basketball player or a successful business person, and they have this story about the poverty that they grew up in, they are so rare.
Yes.
And then it's not to be applauded that they got through that. It is, but it's more to be, we should understand, like, hey, we've got a real fucking problem that we're churning out all these people that live they start out in life with a massive deficit, start out in life emotionally fucked, physically abused. They start out with everybody around them's a loser. Everybody's going to jail. Everybody's constantly doing pills or this or that. It's all negative. And to ask them to develop their own positive mindset uniquely in a vacuum is preposterous.
Yes.
So all these pull them up by your bootstraps, all those assholes, hey, you got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Like, they don't even have boots, man. You don't understand. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. You've never seen it. You've never been involved in that kind of poverty. It's not fair.
Mr. Freeman?
Where were you born?
Me?
Yeah.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Baton Rouge General Hospital.
Baton Rouge.
There you go.
Louisiana. I was born in Memphis, Tennessee. I had a long haul from where I came from to here, but here we are.
Right.
So the proof of the pudding is in the eating, and here we sit at the dining table.
But it's hard to, when you say that to some people, because they say, oh, there you go with a pull yourself up by the bootstraps thing, and, you know, you're just being respectable. Not everybody can do that.
Everybody can. Everybody doesn't. Courage is the key to life itself. There are a lot of people who are born in situations where they say, well, I'll never get out of this. So they won't. I say to people who say, well, I would like to have done so and so and so. So, well, you could have done it. So, well, I couldn't get out of here. Man, the bus runs every day.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
If you can conceive it in your mind.
If you can think of it, you can do it. That's the human condition. If we can imagine it, we can do it.
Right.
And I think that's the condition of each individual human.
Right.
Oh, okay, all right. So let's dig into this a little bit. It seems like Mr. Rogan here, he's, of course, looking at situations that Morgan Freeman grew up in from an outside, right? From the outside, right? Joe Rogan's up in New England. He's looking at Memphis, Tennessee. He's looking at the dropout rates of high school. He's looking at crime statistics. He's looking at the average wage of people who work in the inner cities, right? He's looking at health statistics, and he's saying, how can we expect somebody in that community to reach the same levels of success as people that I knew in high school, or my neighbors, or people that I saw in Massachusetts or in New York or Virginia, right? So from an outsider's perspective, we want to make everything more fair. We want more equality of opportunity. And Morgan Freeman is seeing it from the inside. He's saying, I was there, right? I was feeling it. I was suffering. And I made a decision that was the best for myself. Now, if it has to be a bus ticket out of Memphis, that's a bit harsh. That seems extreme, right? Asking people to run away from their friends, their family, their communities, their support systems. You know, that's not an ideal solution. But Morgan Freeman is saying, look, you take responsibility for what you want to do with your life. And yes, the world's not fair, and maybe you have it much tougher than someone down the road or across the country or around the world. But you cannot wait for the system to change. And I think that's where we're kind of having Freeman and Morgan trying to meet in the middle here, right? Joe Rogan is saying society needs to change. Society needs to become fairer. And that's true. And Morgan Freeman is saying, but as a person who is currently suffering under a system, you cannot just wait for society to change. It may take 5 months, 5 years, or 50 years, all right? You can't just wait and suffer. You have to do whatever you can to make your own situation better for yourself and your family. So at some point, hopefully, those points touch in the middle. Now, what's been promising recently, right, is we've seen not just individuals do what they can for themselves, but they've started to grow into community efforts, where instead of taking a bus ticket out of Memphis, you're having entire neighborhoods say, hey, we're going to take a stand, we're going to take responsibility for this, and we're not going to stand for these kinds of things anymore, and we're going to fight for this and that. So I think hopefully our society has more of these discussions, and we don't push people to extremes where they do have to take bus tickets out of their situations, right? We don't want people to leave, encourage brain drain and things like that. We would like people, no matter where they were born, to be able to stay in that community, get a decent education, have some opportunities, feel safe, and be able to make the world what they want.